All right, little back-to-back upload right here. We got a lot of stuff happening right now, a lot of content to cover. I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can in a short amount of time, but there is just so much stuff to look at. Next thing we're going to be looking at the P90 and the SVD gameplay for Call of Duty Mobile. Excited for this one as well. I've already taken a look at these. I'll say the P90 looks good, but not broken. SVD looks like it might be broken. We'll have to see. I'll have to watch it back through. I could be wrong. I would love to be wrong, but we'll take a look and see. Obviously, these are trailers from the Chinese version of the game. 50 round mag as expected for the P90 right here. You can see a pretty good amount of recoil. You'll see the recoil even more once they get to the firing range to actually test it out. The recoil goes crazy, especially on the first few shots. It kicks like a mule. So I think if you're going to want to make this viable, probably going to need a pretty good amount of recoil attachments and probably not going to be super viable at long range. Obviously, you can control the recoil, and you can see right there, the damage is good. So taking a look right here, this is the different damage phases. Up to 11 meters, you can do 32 to the head, 24 to for the base damage, and I believe we saw him hitting 28 to the chest. So very, very reasonable 4-tap, and seems like a decent rate of fire as well. Drops down only by 1 damage as you go out to 17 meters. So still very, very possible that you could still be 4-tapping right there. Going to become pretty much impossible to do once you get out to 18 meters, and especially with the kick that it has, probably not going to be viable in many gunfights. So if I had to guess, this is probably going to be one of those guns you only want to use in the close range. Very similar to the MX9. Obviously, the MX9 is capable of cross-mapping, but it's not an easy thing to do. And then no more damage drop off after 27 meters, but at that point, you're not doing a whole lot of damage anyways. So, looks pretty interesting. I'm excited to try it out. You can see he's trying to control the recoil. It's like, "Rrr." Hopefully they've got some good recoil control attachments to throw on this sucker, because that looks like it's going to be very, very tough to use. And with the amount of damage that it does and what looks to be a pretty high rate of fire, not super unreasonable. I believe there's also a magazine you can put on it that increases wall penetration damage. So that's what they're showcasing right there. Once again, pretty interesting. It's also getting very loud right now. I don't know what else they're showcasing right here. I guess just some more gameplay. It doesn't look like the mobility is too crazy either. So overall, I think this is going to be a decent gun, but I don't think it's going to be a meta gun if I had to guess. Showcasing some of the attachments right there, but we can't really see anything about it. So really we'll have to wait and see. Decent hip fire right there as well. But like I said, the SVD is the one that I'm a little bit worried about. So basically, it just looks like a crazy buffed version of the M21. You guys are going to see that right here. I'm going to try to pause it whenever it gets. So you're going to see 2-tap right there, but then a 1-tap on that one, and that was to the shoulder. So right now with the M21, the only way you can 1-tap is to the head. It also looked like it was explosive rounds or something. I'm not entirely positive right there. Looking very, very strong. M21, decent recoil. Arctic, decent recoil. This basically has the same rate of fire as the M21 and immediately comes back down. So I mean, overall, it looks really strong, like I said, and you can see right here the initial damage outside of lower body multipliers, 112 to the chest. I'm assuming that can't go too low. It can't be DLQ lethal zones, otherwise it'll be completely broken and the game will be unplayable. So hopefully it's only like upper chest and up, which is still pretty strong, especially given that it doesn't have a whole lot of recoil. Seems really, really good. 200 damage to the head, so obviously that's going to kill anywhere on the map. It does drop down to 98 damage at 41 meters, but there's range attachments you can put on it. I think even if it's not meta in multiplayer, it will at the very least be meta in Battle Royale, because with that amount of damage and that rate of fire, like you think about 200 damage, that means you can 2-tap somebody to the head with this, which is absolutely insane. And it's going to be an automatic 3-tap anywhere you go as well, unless you get like 98, 98, 98. The odds of somebody having full 300 HP, not super high anyway. This looks like a really strong gun. So I'm not going to guarantee you that it's busted, but given the fact that you can put a 20-round mag on it, like I said, in Battle Royale, I think that's where it's really going to shine. Looks super, super strong, and especially with all the different mods that you can put on it, this thing is going to absolutely destroy. Especially if they make it, oh, I hope they don't make it ground loot. I really hope that they only have it as a loadout drop, because if this is ground loot, people are just going to be absolutely decimating everywhere they go. But let me know you guys' thoughts on it down below. I'm excited to try both of these out. And yeah, overall, new guns. Let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.